The Las Vegas Raiders might be on the verge of making the biggest decision in their recent history, and not everyone is convinced it's going to work. Fernando Mendoza is expected to be the #1 overall pick in the 2026 NFL Draft. And for weeks now, everything has been pointing in one direction: the Raiders. At first glance, it sounds like the perfect story: a rising quarterback, a struggling franchise, and a fresh start that could change everything. But what if it's not that simple? Because behind all the hype, there are questions, serious ones. Just 1 year ago, Mendoza wasn't even in the conversation as a top quarterback. No one saw him as the future #1 pick. Then suddenly, after one breakout season at Indiana, he skyrocketed to the top of the draft. That kind of rise doesn't just create excitement, it creates doubt. Is he really that good? Or did everything just fall into place at the right time? There's no denying his talent. Mendoza proved he can perform under pressure, lead an offense, and deliver when it matters. Coaches praise his discipline, his mindset, and his work ethic. And off the field, he looks like everything a franchise would want. But in the NFL, being good isn't enough. And this is where things start to get uncomfortable. NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky pointed out something many people missed. Mendoza doesn't consistently go through his full progressions. Instead of moving from his first option to the second and third, he often locks onto his first read. And when that option isn't there, problems begin to show. Instead of staying aggressive and attacking downfield, he tends to play it safe. Avoiding negative plays might sound like strength, but in reality, it can limit his ability to create big moments. And in the NFL, playing safe doesn't win games. Taking risks does. Then there's something even more concerning. Under pressure, Mendoza has a habit of dropping his eyes. Instead of keeping his focus downfield, he looks at the rush coming toward him. At the college level, you can sometimes get away with that. But in the NFL, that's where drives collapse and games are lost. So now the Raiders are facing a decision that could define their future for years. They don't just need a quarterback, they need the right quarterback. And more importantly, they need to develop him. Because right now, Mendoza is not a finished product. He is potential. And potential can either become greatness or disappear completely. There's one factor that could change everything: Tom Brady. As a minority owner of the Raiders, Brady could play a key role in Mendoza's development. And if there is anyone who understands how to read defenses, handle pressure, and build a championship mindset, it is him. But even with that advantage, nothing is guaranteed. We have seen this before: top prospects, huge expectations, and outcomes that never match the hype. So now the question becomes unavoidable. Are the Raiders about to secure their future franchise quarterback? Or are they walking into a mistake they won't be able to fix? What do you think? Is Fernando Mendoza the real deal? Or is this a risky gamble? Leave your opinion in the comments below. And if you want more NFL news, analysis, and stories like this, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next. Because in the NFL, the biggest stories are just getting started.